Hey guys, so for today's video, I'll let you watch how I execute the basic positions in gymnastics. So without further ado, let's get started.
The first kind of standing position is feet together or feet parallel. The feet are about 1 inch apart, toes pointing forward, and arms at the sides. The second kind of standing position is stride position, in which the feet are about 12 inches wide. The stride may be made wider than 12 inches. The weight of the body is on both feet and the trunk is at the center and arms at the sides. The third kind of standing position is lunge position, in which bend one knee, the other leg straight, weight on both feet and hands on hips. The fourth kind of standing position is half knee bend, in which feet together, bend knees to about 45-degree angle, feet flat on floor, body erect, and hands on hips. The last kind of standing position is full knees bend or squat position, in which the knees are fully bent, sit on the heels of the feet, and the weight of the body is on the balls of the feet. The first kind of sitting position is long sitting position, in which sitting with legs extended forward, toes pointed, trunks erect, and hands on hips. The second kind of sitting position is hook sitting position, in which sit on buttocks, bend knees close to the body, trunk erect, and hands on chin of the legs. The third kind of sitting position is long sitting rest, in which legs and toes are extended forward, hands at the rear of the floor, and elbow and body straight. The fourth kind of sitting position is tucked sitting, in which sit on buttocks, bend knees close to the body, round back so that the forehead and the knees are in contact, and hold chin of legs. The fifth kind of sitting position is stride sitting, in which sitting on buttocks, spread legs apart, trunk erect, and hands on thighs. The sixth kind of sitting position is side sitting, in which sitting on buttocks, bend right or leg left in front, other leg extended sideward, and hands on knees. The seventh kind of sitting position is hurdle sitting, in which sitting on buttocks, bend right leg at the back about 90 degrees angle, and the other leg extended diagonally forward. The eighth kind of sitting position is heels sit, in which from kneeling position, sit on the heels of the feet, toes pointed, and hands on hips. The ninth kind of sitting position is cross sitting, in which sitting on buttocks, cross legs, knees pointing outward, cross arms at shoulder level. The last kind of sitting position is frog sitting, in which sit on buttocks, feet touching each other, knees flat on the floor, and hands on waist or both knees. The first kind of kneeling position is kneeling, in which kneel on both knees, knees close together, body erect, and hands on hips. The second type of kneeling position is stride kneeling, in which kneeling on both knees and with knees apart. The third type of kneeling position is half kneeling right or left, in which kneeling on right, left in half kneeling position in front, and hands on hips. The last type of kneeling position is kneeling position one leg, in which it is extended sideward. It is where kneeling on one leg and the other extended sideward, forward or backward. The first type of lying position is back or supine lying, in which lying on the back, the body is well extended, arms overhead, and toes pointed. The second type of lying position is front lying, in which the body is well extended and front of the body is in contact with the floor, toes pointed, and arms forward. The third type of lying position is side lying, in which, with the body well extended, the side of the body is in contact with the floor and one hand on the floor. The fourth type of lying position is hook lying position, in which, in the back lying position, bend knees with the feet close to buttocks, feet flat on the floor, and arms overhead. The fifth type of lying position is stock lying position, in which, lying on back, pull the knees close to the forehead and hold chin on legs. The first type of arm support position is supine or back arm support, in which, from a long lying position, lift the body with straight arm support. Body, legs, and toes well extended and one straight line. The second type of arm support position is prone or front arm support, in which, from a front lying position, lift the body to front arm support. Body, legs, and toes well extended and in one straight line. The last type of arm support position is side arm support, in which the body is supported with the right or left arm and the body is well extended. The first type of four-based position is dog stand position, in which, from a kneeling position, place the hands on the floor, elbows straight, toes pointed, the knees and hands are base support. The last type of four-based position is bridge stand position, in which, from a hook sitting, lift the trunk, legs and arms in right angle with the trunk. The first type of hand position is hands on waist, in which, place hands on waist, fingers pointing front, thumbs pointing backward. The second type of hand position is hands on chest, in which, palms facing down, thumbs touching the chest, elbows in line with the shoulders. The third type of hand position is hands on shoulders, in which, bend arms from the elbow, fingertips touching the shoulder, elbows in line with the shoulders, and rib cage lifted. The fourth type of hand position is hands on neck, in which, bend arms from the elbows, place hand beyond the neck, fingertips meeting each other, elbows in line with the shoulders. The last type of hand position is hands on hips, in which, place hands on hips, thumbs pointing back and fingers pointing front. The first type of arm position is arm forward, in which, raise arms forward with palms facing each other, hands in line with the shoulders, and elbows slightly extended. The second type of arm position is arms sideward, in which raise arms sideward, palm facing down, and fingertips in line with the shoulder. The third type of arm position is arms upward, in which raise arms upward, palms facing each other, elbows touching the ears, and the whole arm in line with the body. The fourth type of arms position is arms obliquely forward downward, in which it is achieved by holding up both hands forward to downward. The fifth type of arms position is arms obliquely backward downward, in which it is achieved by holding up both hands backwards at shoulder level. The sixth type of arms position is arms obliquely sideward downward, in which it is achieved by holding up both hands sideways at hip level. The seventh type of arms position is arms obliquely sideward upward, in which it is achieved by holding up both hands sideways above shoulder level. The eighth type of arms position is arms in T position, in which it is achieved by raising your elbow at shoulder level and facing your arms downward. The last type of arms position is arms in reverse T, in which it is achieved by raising your elbow at shoulder level and facing your arms upward.